Fox 47 News in your neighborhood starts now.
They're going to win fair pay, quality time with their families, and decent sick leave that they deserve.
We are just moments away from a possible UAW strike. We have the latest on this collision course between United Auto Workers and the big three automakers. Good evening, Mid-Michigan. Welcome to Fox 47 Neighborhood News. I'm Larry Wallace. UAW President Shawn Fain just held a press conference on Facebook Live just a few hours ago. And here are some of the things he highlighted.
Nobody can win this fight for us. Our greatest hope and our only hope is with each other, standing together.
It was a powerful message from UAW President Shawn Fain Wednesday evening, with the strike closing in and negotiations between workers and the big threes seemingly far apart.
We do not yet have offers on the table that reflect the sacrifice and contributions our members have made to these companies.
Fain's Facebook Live detailed where negotiations stand, highlighting several of the issues where the sides still remain apart, like pay raises, temporary workers, profit sharing, and more. Fain also detailed strike plans for UAW workers.
This is going to create confusion for the companies. It's going to keep them guessing on what might happen next, and it's going to turbocharge the power of our negotiators.
Fain referred to their tactic as a stand-up strike that would keep companies guessing. He said on Thursday they'll announce locations where workers could strike, while other locations were told to stay ready and be ready to walk at a moment's notice. If there is no deal, there will be no bargaining on Friday, the first day of strike. Members of UAW Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan began their strike Wednesday morning, and they say they will continue striking until they get what's rightfully theirs.
Fair benefits, fair pay, keep our jobs in the state.
The chants from members of UAW Local 2256 Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan echoed.
Blue Cross is on strike, tell them to treat us right.
The workers set up shop on Capitol Avenue early Wednesday morning and vocally demanded change for about 12 hours. While no workers were able to speak because of union rules, we were able to hear a few of their personal stories off camera, like Christie's,
tell them to treat us right,
who's been a part of the union for 27 years. She and other members decided to head to the picket line because they wanted things like better wages, job security, and improved trainings.
Hey, keep our jobs in the state.
But this isn't only an issue here in Lansing. About 1,400 Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan workers are demanding the same changes. Negotiations have been happening since July, when the contract expired.
Keep our jobs in the state.
And as Christy and her fellow union workers protest in comfortable shoes with blue signs, they're optimistic they'll get what they want, especially with the strong unity they have. Now, Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan released this statement saying Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan Blue Care Network is not included in this action by the union. Blue Cross has put contingencies in place to enable our company to continue to provide services to providers, group customers, and our millions of members around the nation. Some of those services, particularly those provided over the phone, will require longer wait times. Again, that's a statement from Blue Cross Blue Shields of Michigan. For now, reporting here in Lansing, I'm Larry Wallace, Fox 47 News. Now, the effects of this strike would be felt all across mid-Michigan. Your neighborhood reporter Asia Lawrence has the details.
In the event of a UAW strike, auto workers won't be the only ones feeling the effects. Those in the supply chain industry felt a pinch in 2019 through the UAW's 40-day strike, but this time could be different.
If something like that would happen, we would be looking at domestic production of motor vehicles and parts falling upwards of 30%. So essentially 3 times worse than what we saw previously.
As the automotive industry has taken steps to fully recover from the pandemic and a national chip shortage that lasted through the end of 2022, reduced output for a long-term strike could affect workers across the board.
You not only have the loss of output at the assembly plant, but then you have the loss of output at the facilities that are making the bodies and the plastics and the engines.
In the event of a short-term strike that would last a week or less, there wouldn't be many lasting impacts. But if there's a more long-term strike similar to 2019, jobs could be in danger.
The manufacturers making parts for the automakers that would be affected by a strike would likely have to engage in layoffs. Trucking companies that are providing services and hauling auto parts, they would likely be forced to lay off drivers if there was this, sustained reduction in demand. You'd have warehouses being affected that are there to support manufacturing. A lot of third-party logistics providers would also likely be affected. So this would cascade over.
Needless to say, workers throughout the auto parts industry will have a close eye on contract negotiations as the deadline approaches. Now let's rewind 4 years ago to the last strike at General Motors. The strike started on September 15, 2019, with the walkout of more than 48,000 workers from dozens of plants across the country. Workers were demanding more job security, a gateway for temporary workers to become permanent, and better pay and benefits. Fast forward to October 16th, where GM and the UAW agreed on a new labor contract. That contract was ratified on the 25th, ending the more than month-long strike.
Talk about timing. I'm here at the auto show, as you can see, for a media preview, while the workers who built these vehicles are preparing for a potential strike that could last the length of the show.
I'm not trying to buy no jet or no mansion or nothing, but I still want to take care of my family, continue to take care of my family.
Stacy Nelson, who's worked for Stellantis for 30 years, says he wants auto workers to get what's due to them in this latest contract negotiation.
We've been getting scraps for the last few contracts, which we haven't been saying nothing. And now that the company making a lot of money, it's like you got a slab of meat, and we just want a bone with meat on it, that's all.
With the auto show gearing up and the charity preview in just 2 days, Nelson says the big annual event hasn't crossed his mind as it relates to the potential strike.
Yeah, that ain't been my concern. My concern is let's come to an agreement and keep working.
Congresswoman Debbie Dingell confirms with me, based on her discussions with UAW leadership, a picket will not take place at the charity preview.
We have until midnight tomorrow night to know, or 11:59, whether there will be a strike. But if there is a strike, the UAW has been clear that they do not want to harm raising money for children.
Dingell says she will be in attendance at the charity preview, but if there was a picket line there, she says she would not cross it. According to the auto show organizers, the charity preview has raised $100 million for children's charities in southeastern Michigan over the past 25 years.
I think we're going to have to play. We don't know whether we've got a strike at 11:59 or not until tomorrow night. And we're going to have to play the rest of it by ear.
Hopefully we could come up with a good, nice, reasonable agreement that could sustain the workers and the company, and we could keep on going.
Dingell says a UAW rally is scheduled to take place next to Huntington Place here at the UAW Ford Joint Trust Center, starting an hour before the charity preview. In downtown Detroit, Darren Cunningham.
Now we know this situation is far from over, and if no deal is reached by Thursday, local UAW leaders will learn which locations will go on strike first, and as always, we have you covered. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops.